Clash of Cultures to continue our 2023 college football preview. Today's video will be the Tennessee Volunteers versus Texas A&M Aggies. But before we get to college football, like always, we want to thank you guys for the love and the support. We are marching up in subscribers. We have the college football pick'em. That in which we will be giving away a jersey of somebody's choice. We have the live video starting August 13th that we are so excited for, and we hope you are too. So if you made it this far, please like, subscribe, press the notification button, comment what you want to see in future videos or a team or a matchup that you want to see us preview. But with that being said, Steven, what's your thoughts on Tennessee versus Texas A&M?
So Tennessee is coming into this game as a 7-point favorite. I don't know how I feel about that. Do you feel like that's low or?
Yeah. So, but with spreads, they're normally, I think, lower than you believe. And a lot of people feel very good about Texas A&M this year. Again, of course, I don't.
I agree.
But a lot of people, and I think you actually are at least more optimistic about their schedule this year than I am. So yeah, so I think people are optimistic about Texas A&M this year.
Well, the reason why I say that, I feel like 7 is like, I'm having mixed feelings about it. Like I feel like it should be higher, but then I think about Texas A&M and I'm like, well, that seems like it could be right. I don't know who I'm siding with in this game. So I know that, every other preview we've done, we give it a score prediction. I'm not going to do that in this video. The only reason is because I don't.
We need a score prediction. You got this is the point of the video. You got to come up.
This game right here is a Crawford Spence type matchup before the fight happens. It's a 50-50 fight. And I hope. Listen, hold on. Shut up. Let me talk. I'm spitting right now. I think it's a 50-50 matchup. The reason being, obviously, they lost Hooker and Hyatt, but I think this game, I can't choose who I think is going to win because there's question marks on both sides. Do I feel better about Tennessee? Yes. But I feel like A&M has so much talent across the board. Jimbo, to me, is a top 5 coach. He's such a good coach that
I don't have Jimbo as a top 5 coach.
You don't think he's a top 5 coach?
No.
What 5 coaches do you think are better than him?
This is off the top of my head.
By 5, you're going to start getting to debatables.
The point is, so you said, is he a top 5? Now, I'm not saying he's not a top 10.
Okay.
Maybe I have him top 10. I have Lincoln Riley. I think is a better coach than him. And I'm not comparing resumes, right? I think Jimbo had one great year, but he took a talented Texas A&M team with all the resources in the world and kind of ran them into the ground. I think Lincoln Riley right now, I don't think, and if you're asking me if I'm a coach of, let's say I'm Alabama and Nick Saban retires, I don't think that Jimbo is in the top 5 coaches that I reach out to. I think Dabo, Nick Saban, because we're going to add Nick Saban. I think Ryan Day's a better coach. I think Harbaugh's a better coach. I think Lincoln Riley's a better coach. And I'm going to say you could probably talk Kyle Whittingham. You can probably talk.
Okay. See, that's where you get the wrong line there. You didn't name Kirby Smart, so Kirby Smart, I'll give Kirby Smart that as well.
I didn't even Kirby
But
Smart.
I'm taking Jimbo over Harbaugh and Lincoln Riley right now, just because he's won it before. That's why.
I am taking Lincoln Riley over Jimbo, no questions. Right now, no questions.
That's crazy to me.
No questions.
But that's another video.
What do y'all think?
That's for another video. We'll do a top 10 coaches in college football video.
I think
we'll do that before the season starts. But I lost my train of thought just because we went into that. But I think with their talent, with Texas A&M talent, Jimbo, even if we want to say a top 10 coach, whatever the case may be, he
moved him to 15 while we was doing
relax.
Now I got him at 15.
He makes me optimistic. Obviously, the last 2 years we were like that though, so we really don't know. But I'm optimistic that I think of all of the SEC, this is the only team that they can consistently do bad, and they still get like a benefit of the doubt, if that makes sense. Like, why is Texas A&M being talked about, with the top teams? Matter of fact, I said this in the most underrated and overrated video, I'm pretty sure. But I think they're overrated in the sense that they shouldn't be talked about because they haven't done anything. They haven't really shown it on the field. But again, every year, this is a perfect example. I'm not an A&M fan. I'm not a Jimbo fan. But I think I'm optimistic because of the talent he has. Could he let me down again? Sure he can. But I also think he could very well knock Alabama off, LSU off, or Tennessee off. I think it could happen. I think they could. I'm not saying they can beat all three, but I think on any given Saturday, A&M can compete with anybody based on the talent they have on their roster. So that's why I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised if they beat Tennessee. And it's very hard for me to pick a team. If I had to pick one, I would say Tennessee's going to win. Those of you guys who've been on the channel for the last 2 months, I'm very high on Joe Milton. He's a Heisman sleeper for me. So I think if I had to pick a team, I'm going to say Tennessee, but I think it's going to be a close game. And I would not be surprised if A&M won as well because they have so much talent on this roster. But what do you think about the game?
Yeah. And again,
you better not say Tennessee's going to blow them out.
Oh, yeah. I think Tennessee's going to win big. I'm going to just tell you
Shut up, bro.
So we're talking about a team that was what did Tennessee go last year? 11-2?
They beat Clemson. They lost to they only had one loss, I think. They only lost to Georgia.
No, they lost to South Carolina.
Oh, okay, yeah. So they finished 11-2.
Against a 5-7 team. Let's not forget that Texas A&M was 5-7 last year. With all those top recruits, they lost to Appalachian State. They lost to, they lost to a horrible Florida team. Bad. Not close.
But Utah lost them as well.
We're not talking about Utah. And they lost to Florida.
Who did they beat though?
41-24. Who did they beat that was decent? They beat Arkansas.
They beat LSU.
They did beat LSU.
They beat LSU.
And
they barely lost to Alabama.
And the player that carried them in the game against LSU, Devin, I don't know how you say his name.
The running back.
Acne.
Stop, because somebody was commenting in video saying that you messed that all up. So just don't even do it.
Sonny, that's his name. He went for 200 yards. He's not there anymore. This team doesn't have a quarterback. And again, we can say what we want about, obviously, Tennessee lost Hendon Hooker. We know that. But I think we all also believe that Joe Milton has all the skills, all the tools to be a great quarterback. I think Tennessee's going to be a good team. I have told you I am down on Texas A&M. They were 5-7 last year. We're acting like they were good. They had all these great recruits last year. Their great recruiting classes started 4 years ago. They had great recruits. They were 5-7. This is, to me, this is the indictment on Jimbo Fisher as a coach. Yes, he won the national championship at Florida State with Jameis Winston and the guys. All credit due to him for that. I'm taking nothing away from him.
Crazy.
But and that's my point. What have you done since then? You ran Florida State into the ground. Let's just be real. Florida State was on top. When Jimbo Fisher left Florida State was heavy in their decline. You've had every resource possible at Texas A&M. You've had top recruiting classes. Hey, if you want to say top 5 recruiters, I put Jimbo Fisher's name up there. But what have you done with it? How do you have these level of recruiting classes and go 5-7? That's not a good. Like if you were at some place like Kent State and you were 5-7 because hey, I just can't get the guys in, then maybe I can still say that maybe it's not coaching. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. But just like you just said you have all the talent in the world. Why are you 5-7 then? How are you 5-7 with all? Because you had all the talent in the world last year. How are you 5? There's no reason to be 5-7, losing to Appalachian State, getting blown out to Florida. There's no reason. This is not a good team. Tennessee's going to beat them.
So what's your prediction for this game?
Man, I'm going.
And give a real prediction because I'm going to have something to say after that.
I'm going 42-24.
Okay,
Tennessee.
so that's what, 18 points?
8. Yeah, I didn't do the math on it. 18.
So let's do a wager. If Tennessee, don't stop making that face, bro. Just let me talk. Let's do a wager. if Tennessee doesn't cover the 7 points,
yeah, I'll take that easy. Yeah.
If they don't cover the 7 points, so if they win by 6,
okay.
What do you want the wager to be?
Wait a minute. When is this game?
The game's in October.
You're lucky. Oh, I know what I want. What do you want? I want to know I want just your side of the bet.
So those of you guys who've been around here for a while, we're going to the Clemson Notre Dame game on November 4th. So if they cover, stop making that damn face, bro. If they don't cover the spread, which is the 7 points, you gotta buy me some sort of Clemson memorabilia at that game.
If they don't cover, how about this? If they don't cover, I will go Clemson out. I will be in Clemson gear, head to toe. I get the Clemson shoes because there's no way they're not covering 7.
Okay, so what? And if they cover, then what?
Then. Oh, I'm not gonna say. I'll tell you offline. I'm gonna tell you.
I already know where he's going with this, and that's the craziest part.
I'm gonna tell you offline.
Does it have something to do with my son?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you offline. I said I'm gonna tell you offline.
Crazy that I knew exactly what he was
profile picture. I need the profile picture.
That's crazy. He wants a profile picture of my firstborn in Ohio State gear. That is crazy. Sir. That is crazy.
G-Pop's baby, Ohio State it up. I see I wasn't going to say it on here. But G-Pop wants his baby, Ohio State it up.
Before we head out,
I need your pinky. Put your pinky up.
Okay. All right. What's the trivia before we head out of here?
Okay. All right. Sorry. I got so caught up in that. I forgot all about the trivia. Okay. Again, we're going to do teams and colleges. All right. I got 4. Let's start. TJ Hawkinson.
Iowa.
Okay. Max Crosby.
Ooh, defensive line. Is he from a West Coast school?
No. Midwest. Small.
Is it Iowa State?
No.
I don't know who it is.
Eastern Michigan.
Oh, I wasn't going to get that.
Fred Warner.
BYU.
Good. Shaq Mason.
The offensive lineman?
Yeah.
Did he go to like LSU or?
No.
Did he go to a small school?
It is he went to an ACC school, which is why I thought you would get it.
Boston College?
No, Georgia Tech.
Oh, I wasn't going to get that.
Well, I just thought, because I was like, it's a little bit, but I thought because he went to.
Alrighty, well, that is going to do it for our preview. I forget what teams we were even talking about. A&M, Tennessee. We done had a 10-minute conversation after the bet. But if you guys stuck around with us this long, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Make sure you join the Pick'em as well. Link is in the description. And this is exactly how the live shows are going to be. We're going to end up having conversations like that. So make sure you guys join for those. It's about a week from now from when you guys see this video. The live show will be in about a week. It's going to be super fun. But we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.